Hello, so today we're going to have a look at trikonasana and just some nice subtle variations that we can include when we're teaching people who are going through cancer treatment or recovering from cancer treatment. So we're going to assume there's already been some warm-up and we're coming into the more standing asana side of the class. So let's take the feet out nice and wide. So just allowing people to find a space that feels comfortable for them. Good. So feeling where the weight is sitting. So getting that nice and evenly between the balls and the heels. Having the spine nicely aligned, shoulders relaxed, head balanced. Good. Taking the hands onto the hips. Good. So the first thing is to think about the movement of the pelvis. So just taking the hips from side to side, just exploring that movement. Good. Keeping the breath nice and steady. So we're starting to experience that tilting to the side, which we can lead into the trikonasana. Good. And then we can soften the knees and maybe just have some hip circles. So keeping this nice and fluid. And back the other way. Good. So from here, turning the right foot out. Good. So lift and spread the toes and lay them down. And then thinking about the back foot, again, lift and spread the toes. And just working that outer edge of the foot down a little. So we're slightly lifting the ankle. And then from here, we're going to let the right arm float out to the side. Now, if someone already has lymphedema and this arm is very heavy, then we'll keep both hands on the hips. Good. But if it's comfortable to be out to the side, we'll do that. And then as you exhale, reaching out. So we've got that nice tilt of the pelvis. We're lengthening, trying to touch the wall opposite. Inhaling, coming up. Good. So just moving with the breath, starting to feel that extension. Good. And then extending out, and then let the hand just relax on the leg. So not leaning on it, but just letting it rest there. And then we're thinking about the chest. Now, as far as is comfortable, trying to rotate the upper body. So get that turn in the chest, length across the collarbones. And for some people, this may be enough for their trikonasana. Depends very much on what's going on with the chest and the shoulder. But what might be a nice thing to do here is maybe bring the fingers onto the shoulder and can start to circle the elbow. So again, exploring how it feels to think about taking the arm up. Good. That's one thing we can do. And then we could try lengthening out the arm. And then on an inhale, start to take the arm up and see how it feels. And it might be this is enough. It might be bending the elbow is helpful. But just seeing where it comes to that's comfortable. Again, if someone has lymphedema in this arm already and it's heavy, then we can keep the hand on the hip. So it's something that everybody can do just to the level they're comfortable with. So we can circle here, or we can raise the arm here. And once the arm's up, quite a nice thing to do is we could squeeze and release the hand. So this is a nice help for lymphedema, or to keep the lymph flowing and prevent lymphedema, I should say. So a little squeeze and release of the hand. So there's a few options, or maybe some wrist circles. Good. And then bringing the hand back to the hip, bending the knee, slowly coming up, facing forwards, and just having a nice little shake out. Good. Bring the hands together, just have a pause in between. Just getting our breath back, getting realigned, just noticing how that side of the body's feeling. Good. And let's come on to the other side. So turning the foot out, going to lift, spread the toes, bring them back down. So really focusing on that connection with the floor. Just checking the alignment of the back foot. Again, lift, spread the toes. And working that outer edge down. So there's a little lift on the ankle there. Get nice and tall. Squaring off the shoulders. And again, if it's comfortable to float the arm out to the side, then we can. Another option might be just to have the hand on the shoulder. So there's a little bit of elevation here, but it's less weight. So the longer the arm, the more leverage on the shoulder. So this might be another alternative if working with the hand on the hip doesn't feel quite right thing, then we could have the hand on the shoulder and again, reaching out and coming back. Reaching out. So everybody can be doing this, whether it's a hand on the hip, whether it's a hand on the shoulder, or whether it's the arm fully extended. Good. So once we've done a few, just to warm up, feel the extension, let the hand rest on the leg. So the feet press down, legs are strong, and then feeling the length in the side body. And again, exploring how it feels to move the arm in this position, see how the shoulder's feeling. So we could do some nice shoulder circles. And then from here, when people have found a position for their elbow, you could slowly uncurl up. For some people, it might be a bent elbow. Again, we're thinking about the ribs facing forwards and length along the collarbones. Good. And again, we could do some wrist circles. Again, just to encourage the lymph flow back into the armpit, into the body. Or some squeeze and release. And another alternative, we've done the elbow circles. You could circle the whole arm and see how that feels. So I wouldn't do all of these because we're holding this position for a long time here, but you could try some variations. See what works for your class. And then again, after circling, we could hold and work on the extension here. Good. Checking in that the breath is comfortable. And again, taking the hand back to the hip, bending the knee, slowly coming up. Good. Facing forwards and having a nice little roll out, letting people be very instinctive with movement. And then walking the feet back together. Coming back to a nicely aligned Tadasana. Bringing the hands together. Taking a few deep breaths here. Just noticing how the body feels. And scanning for any unnecessary tension. So letting the eyebrows relax, releasing the jaw and the throat. Smooth, steady breaths. So give that a go in your class. Let me know how you get on. You can leave a comment below the video or come and chat to me in my Facebook group, which is the Yoga for Cancer community on Facebook. See you soon.